What's up everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to talk about the performance of the 808 Free series from Way of Wade. The 808 Free series includes the regular 808 Free, the 808 Free Ultra and the 808 Free Ultra Volume 2. With that being said, I would really much appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel if you like the videos, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Now let's get straight into performance. We're going to start off with the traction performance of each pair. Then we're going to go through cushioning, support, and materials. And of course, we're also going to talk about the price points. The regular 808 Free comes in at $119 retail price. The Ultra and the Ultra Volume 2 go for the same price, which is $159, so approximately $160. And these are around $40 cheaper. We're going to start off with traction performance of the regular version of the 808 Free. It features a kind of wave-like traction pattern with a regular rubber setup. It's not specifically made for outdoors, but it's still very, very durable. The grooves are thick and hard to move, and indoors they also work very well, so it's a really, really well-performing traction setup that also has no problems with dusty cords, at least from my experience. On the Ultra version and the Ultra Volume 2, we have the same traction pattern. It's a little bit different, but also has some wave-like structures. Also performs really well indoors and outdoors. And the big advantage is that these two shoes feature Way of Wade's premium outsole material, which is Tough OS rubber. It's specifically made for outdoors, so durability is even better on these two pairs. And in my opinion, traction performance on clean indoor courts is also a little bit better, but they are a little bit worse on dusty courts, so just keep them in mind when deciding which of these three shoes is the best for you. Moving on to the cushioning setup, this is probably the most interesting part of the 808 Free series. We're also going to start again with the 808 Free regular, and what makes these three shoes so special is that all of them feature a drop-in midsole. What exactly is a drop-in midsole? Essentially, in a normal shoe, so let's take the AR1 for example, we have a midsole which includes the cushioning setup, and then we have the outsole with the traction pattern, and then we also have just a regular foam insole just to give you more stepping comfort. And now with drop-in midsoles, we still have the outsole with the traction pattern, and then it goes straight over to the materials and the upper. But the support features of the shoe and the cushioning of the shoe is directly in that insole that is underneath your foot. With that being said, in the 808 Free regular, we have a cloud foam carrier with a Boom pad in the forefoot. Boom is the most premium cushioning setup from Way of Wade and one of the most comfy setups on the market, in my opinion. And it's integrated in the forefoot in this drop-in midsole setup. It feels very nice. The Boom, the cloud foam, also feels nice. It's dense and it can expand well. It's not caged or anything. And the Boom in the forefoot is very soft and very comfy. It's just right underneath the ball of your foot. Now in the Ultra and in the Ultra Volume 2 version, we also have a drop-in midsole, but the difference is, which also explains the higher price point, the difference is that it's a full-length Boom midsole. And it feels very, very comfortable. I really, really like the setup, especially the heel. There's a lot of compression and it's really soft, so stepping comfort is also nice. It is caged a little bit here. We'll get to that in the support features. I'll just show you the insole of the Ultra Volume 2 as well, if I can get it out. It's a little bit hard to get out because the shoe is a high top, of course, as you can see. And there we have it. So as you see, same exact insole setup as the Ultra, full length Boom, also with this plate on the outer side. Moving on to the support features of the shoes, in the regular 808 Free, we have a TPU shank on the outsole or integrated into the outsole, and we also have a TPU shank in the drop-in midsole, which adds more support. It even says here on the insole for better stabilizing. That's something I really like about Way of Wade. There's so much detail in their shoes. Everywhere you can find little notes what this setup is for, or even here it says Boom forefoot, so you can really get a lot of information out of the shoes themselves without having to look up anything. And as I said, 2 shank plates, and we also have a TPU heel counter. So pretty nice support features, also a good lacing system for good lockdown. They definitely have no issues and keep you well supported. On the 808 Free Ultra and the Ultra Volume 2, we have some even more premium support features, also another reason why the price point is higher. We have, as you can see, a carbon fiber shank in the outsole and also some carbon fiber reinforcements here in the heel area, as well as a carbon fiber heel counter similar to what we saw on the Nike Kobe 9. And we also have the aforementioned plate on the insoles, which is a TPU spring plate. It doesn't do that much, it just adds a little bit more rebound, a little bit more support in the forefoot. Just if you compare it here with this setup, you can bend it really easily all the way back. And here you get a little bit more support. It's harder to bend all the way back and you get that little rebound out of it, as you can see. So for the support features, I would definitely say that the 808 Free Ultra is a little bit better. This, of course, is a high top, the Volume 2. Just keep in mind that support does not come from how high the shoe is. Of course, it will feel better, and I do have to admit it feels very nice. This material here, it's stretchy material. It feels very nice when it's wrapped tight and laced down tight around your ankles, but it doesn't improve support just by being higher. Support comes from a wide base, good lockdown, which this shoe, all these shoes definitely have, and as close to one-to-one fit as you can get, which these shoes also provide for certain foot types. We'll get to that later in the video. Moving on to the materials, let's put this one away and get back to the regular version. We have a synthetic upper, which has actually quite good breathability. It's very thin, very soft, so a very nice and not cheap feeling setup, even though they only retail for $120. On the Ultras, we have a kind of knitted or woven synthetic upper. I prefer this material a little bit more. It feels more comfy on foot and it's even more breathable from my experience. And on the Ultra Volume 2, it's again a little bit different. The material is a little bit thicker. That's why they added these 3 holes here in the forefoot so that there is enough airflow and your feet don't overheat. But the material feels a little bit more premium, feels like a synthetic leather. And of course, up here we have this elastic / stretchy ankle collar. We also have a lot of padding on the inside of the Ultra versions and the Ultra Volume 2. Very comfortable in the heel area. Also on this one, very comfy, very padded heel area. On the regular version, the padding is not as thick, but also very comfortable. In my opinion, this is one of the best budget shoes on the market right now, if you consider $120 to be budget. I talked about the fit before already. In my opinion, you should go true to size. In general, with way of weight, go true to size to your US size. That works best for me. But they are a little bit narrow, as you can tell already. Most drop-in midsole shoes are. You can see right here, just from the fit by looking at it, it's a tad bit narrow. So if you have wide feet, especially wide midfoot, this area here can be a little bit disturbing and cause some pinching. But because the materials are soft, as I showed you before, and also the material here in the drop-in insole is soft, you should be good after a couple of sessions, even for wide footers. I also mentioned before that as close to one-to-one fit is very important for ankle support and stability. So these shoes are really good in that aspect. If you have normal or narrow sized feet, they will fit you like a glove and will have great support features. Now for the last part, let's talk about the weight of the shoes. The 808 Free Regular comes in at 509 grams or 17.95 ounces. Keep in mind, size 14 shoes, so they be a little bit heavier than what you hear from other reviewers. Then we have the 808 Free Ultra, which comes in at 539 grams or 19 ounces, and a little bit surprising, the 808 Free Ultra Volume 2, even though there's more material, comes in at 535 grams or 18.85 ounces, so 0.5 ounces lighter than the 808 Free Ultra Regular. Very interesting because I thought this shoe would be a little bit heavier. Of course, I put them on the scale with the drop-in midsoles inside and not without them, because they take up a lot of the weight of the shoes. With that being said, that's all I have for you for today's video. Let me know which shoe you prefer the most and let me know if you've tried any Way of Weight shoes so far. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, and see you next time for more performance reviews.